Question is, for Dawah, I would like to know a few ayats from the Quran which will help in Dawah. Imagine that you are a lamp. Imagine that you are a lamp. And you have been taken into this room in which there are 1,000,000 lamps. And your job is to light those 1,000,000 lamps. What must you be able to do? What must be your condition? What? I'm talking about a lamp. What did you say? You must be lit. How do you light another lamp? By your own fire. Nobody said send your brain on a holiday. Think. This is the problem with our teaching and our learning. We have bunch of brain dead people, and you got a sheikh who is sitting in these empty vessels and pouring some water. Not me, boss. I don't work like that. Use your brains. How can a lamp light another lamp? By being lit. You can have 1,000,000 lamps. You can be the most beautiful lamp in the world, but you have no light. You are not lit. If you are not lit, you cannot light another lamp. What is the formula for Dawah? The formula for Dawah is not repeating ayat of the Quran to them, but standing on the musalla and reading that ayah in salah and falling down in sujood and crying before Allah until the carpet is wet. If this did not happen to you, you can repeat Quran till you go green in the face. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. This is the problem with people of Dawah today, that many of them, they want this formula. What can I say? I will say this and this happens. Ha! La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. Doesn't work. Didn't even happen with Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
No, I meant like, I want to know the meaning.
You're still not listening.
No, for my sake.
You are still not listening.
I get your point.
You are still not listening.
I got your
You are still not listening. Anybody who is listening. Now what should you do? What should you do? Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, go stand, make 2 rakat of salah. As far as you are concerned, the Q&A session is over. Go away. Stand and make 2 rakat of salah and make 2 more and 2 more and 2 more and 2 more and 2 more until you achieve that state where you can actually go and give dawah. Who on earth told you that your job is to walk the street and give dawah irrespective of what your condition is? This is the downside of the good thing. Somebody put this into your heart that dawah is fard. Alhamdulillah, that's true. Somebody put it into your heart that I must go and convey. And they use references without understanding. Ballighu anni walau ayah. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said this, so that now I hit the street. Who did he say Ballighu anni walau ayah to? People who went through the ringer, man. People who walked through the fire. Who was reciting? Think about this. It's very easy. You heard from me the other day the story of Musab ibn Umair radiallahu anhu, and you heard the story that Musab ibn Umair recited the Quran, and Sa'ad ibn Mu'adh, the man who was the essence of kufr, the man whose the heart in his chest was a mountain, a rock, melted. But remember one thing. It is the kalam of Allah, but it is also who recited it. The one who recited that kalam of Allah paid the price for that kalam of Allah. He paid the price for the kalam of Allah. He lost everything he paid for every single thing in his possession he gave away. He gave away his name, his honor, he gave away his money, his wealth, he sacrificed his youth. He sacrificed his desires. Do you think Musab ibn Umar didn't have desires? He sacrificed everything to get that one ayat of the Quran. And then that ayat came to him, and when he recited the ayat, it moved mountains. Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu, when the people of Makkah, what objection did they have? They said, don't pray in public. Don't make salah where people can see you. Do you have one instance of the Sahaba doing street dawah? Find me one instance. Find me one instance of Sahaba walking around distributing pamphlets, walking around stopping people in the street and telling them about Islam. One instance. Find me one instance. One single instance does not exist. But you have a million instances of Sahaba doing their own thing. People coming to them and saying, give me what is in your heart. Abu Bakr Siddiq, you cannot pray in public. Why? Because people see you and become Muslim. Great danger for us. Tell him to pray inside his house. Nobody must see him praying. The man is praying. The man is not trying to convert you. He is not even conscious of you. He is not having a conversation with you. He is not arguing with you. He is not debating with you. He is doing nothing. He is with his Rabb. Allahu Akbar. What did he do? Threw the world behind his back. And some stranger who does not know anything watches him and says, Wallah, I want to be like this. And not one person. This happened to the extent where the Quraysh said, this is a danger for us. So keep him inside put him in a box, put him inside the house. Market of Medina. Market of Medina. This was the dawah of the Sahaba, man. But this takes effort. We are lazy. We are lazy. We are lazy, we want name and fame, we want shine. So unless it comes onto Facebook status, it does not exist. You talk to two people and then you take lots of pictures and up on Facebook. People doing street dawah, wearing colored t-shirts, and you got big slogans on those t-shirts. Have some fear of Allah. La hawla wala quwwata illa billah. You just wiped away all the good that you did. Illa mashallah, may Allah give you the hasanat despite yourself. But if you go by the usul, you will get nothing for this. Absolutely zero reward. Because your riyah, you did it to show the world. Why is it on Facebook? For what? A man in Medina comes to the market from Syria. He's a trader, he's a tradesman, he comes from Syria, he sells things in Medina, he goes back, buys things from here, goes to Syria. He comes to a shop, sees some cloth which he likes. There is a young boy, there is a young man on the shop. So he asks him, well, how much is this? The man tells him it's so much. He gives him the money. He's taking it. He puts the bolt of cloth, the bale of cloth on his shoulder, and he's walking away. As he goes a little distance away from the shop, an elderly man, he stops him. He said, "Excuse me, where did you buy this?" He said, "In such and such shop." He said, "How much did you pay for it?" He said, "I paid so much." He said, "No, please come with me. You overpaid." So the man says, "Who are you?" He says, "I am the owner of the shop. I am the owner of the shop. And my son, who is sitting on the counter there, he must have, he probably forgot the price or something. So he overcharged you. He paid you more. You paid more. So come back with me, and I will give you a refund." Now this guy is in a hurry. He's going back. His caravan is waiting or whatever it was. So he said, "Look, I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't care. I greatly appreciate your honesty and integrity and so on and so on. But leave this. I mean, it's okay. I'm just going to put a markup on this and sell it. Doesn't matter to me." So he said, No. He said, "Nothing to do with you. You like it, you don't like it. Nothing to do with all that. I do business to please Allah. You were overcharged. I have to give you back the money. Or I have to give you something which is worth whatever you paid for. So please come back and take that." The man said, "I will come, but now I want something else also. Not only this cloth. I want something else. I want what is it in your heart which makes you do this." Ajib, huh? Are bhai? We are bloody, we are literally, we are shells, man. We are empty inside, nothing. Huh? We are talking faces. Another man comes. This time it is a Jewish man. He comes to the market of Medina. He goes to a shop and he asks the man who is a Sahabi of Rasulullah, he is a Muslim. He asks him for something which is in the shop. He shows him a sample. He looks at it. He said, "How much?" He said, "This much price." He said, "Please give me." So now this man, this Sahabi, the shopkeeper, he tells him, he said, I want to ask you a favor. He said, what? He said, see that shop in the corner there of the market? He said, that man has the same thing at the same price. Please go and buy it from there. I'm teaching you business ethics. I'm teaching you marketing strategy. I went to one of the top business schools in this country. We read Philip Kotler's Blue Book. And what does the Blue Book of Philip Kotler teach you? What does marketing theory teach you? It teaches you kill competition, destroy competition. If your competitor is starving, clap. Very good, starve fast. The sooner you are dead, the better for me. Yes or no? But Ajib, the Sahaba learned competition in a different school. They didn't learn it in the IIM Ahmedabad where I went to. They learned it at the feet of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And that is why Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab said, a businessman has no business doing business until he learns how to do business in this masjid. So the man comes and he says, I want this thing, and this Sahabi, he says, no, do me a favor, go to that shop in the corner there. That man has the same thing for the same price, buy it from him. So the customer says, okay, I'll do that, but why are you sending me there? For what? He said, because I have been watching that guy all day. He says, today for some reason, he did not make any sale at all. The whole day passed and no one has gone to him. He says, now in a short while the market will close, because those days no electricity and the market closes by sunset. So now with sunset the market will close, and I am afraid that that man will go home hungry because he did no business today. He said, I have done enough business, I don't need more, it's okay. He has the same thing. Why don't go give him some business? At least he will go home. This Jewish man goes to that shop, and to his amazement, he discovers that that shop belongs to one of his own tribesmen. That shopkeeper is a Jewish man. So he buys whatever he has to buy from him, and then he comes back to this shop. By the time he comes back to this shop, this shopkeeper has got some more customers. Obviously, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wrote a risk for him. Now he sent away a man, but that angel who has come with that risk, he cannot go back. He has to be there until this guy takes what has been written for him. So no matter how many people he sends away, his risk is written, khalas. So he sends away one customer, Allah sends him 10 more. So now he's dealing with those customers. He sees this guy from the corner of his eye standing on the periphery. When he finishes with his customers and the customers are gone, he calls this man. He said, what happened? You didn't get the thing? You didn't get the thing? Then I said, I got the thing. He said, then what happened? Why are you back here? He said, because I want something else. He said, I got that thing, but I want something else. He said, what do you want? He said, I want that which made you send me to my own countrymen. What is it that made you send me to my own countryman when you could have sold me that thing here? I want that thing which is in your heart. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. You really want to do dawah? Make effort on yourself. Forget everybody else. Don't worry about which ayat of the Quran. Don't worry about how to present Islam. Don't worry about how to tell people. Especially don't worry about how to argue. You do not spread Islam by winning arguments. You spread Islam by winning hearts. Work on yourself until you get lighted. And when you get lighted, do nothing. Do nothing. Allah will send them to you. Allah will send them to you. All the lamps which are destined to be lighted, Allah will send to you because now you have a light. Until then, relax. Focus on tahajjud. Stand in tahajjud and ask Allah. I told these guys this morning. I told them, stand alone by yourself. 2:30, 3 o'clock in the night. No noise, nothing. Just you alone, dark room. Stand alone. Make niyat of salah. And so Allah, say, oh Allah, I want to talk to you. Make niyat of salah. And say, Allahu Akbar. And then recite Surah Al-Fatiha. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. You are talking to Allah. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ya Allah, I am in front of you. Ya Allah, I am talking to you. And you said, Iyaka, after Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in, you said, whatever you ask, I will give you. Oh Allah, keep this istihzar of the kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your heart. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Sirat alladhina an'amta alayhim. غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Stop. Then ask Allah, oh Allah, what do you want to hear? What do you want to hear? Tell me. Which surah of the Quran do you want to hear? And don't worry that you are not a Hafiz. You don't have to be Hafiz. It is His kalam. He will make you recite a surah that you never learnt. It will come into your heart and you will recite that which you did not know. Because He said, Allama al-insana ma lam ya'lam. And stand there. And stand there till the morning if you have to stand there and say, Ya Allah, you tell me, I will recite. I will not recite. Unless you tell me, I will not recite. Until you tell me, I will not recite. You tell me, I am here to obey you. What do you want to hear? Tell me, make me recite. I am your instrument. Make me do it. Nobody is there. No one is there. Only you and me. Wallahi. Make me do it. Stand there and ask Allah. Talk to Allah. For my brothers who understand Urdu, I don't know how to translate this, but let me see if I can manage. हमको जिनसे मोहब्बत होती है हम दो काम करते हैं. जिनसे हमको मोहब्बत होती है हम दो काम करते हैं. एक हम उनसे लाड़ करते हैं. हमको जिनसे मोहब्बत होती है एक हम उनसे लाड़ करते हैं और दूसरा हम उनसे जिद करते हैं. जिद और लाड़ जिससे मोहब्बत नहीं होती उससे नहीं होता. जहां पे हिजाब होता सामने, फॉर्मेलिटी का, एक अदब का, उससे हम जिद नहीं करते, लाड़ नहीं करते. बट जिससे मोहब्बत होती है कोई हिजाब नहीं होता. हम उसे लपट जाते हैं, प्यार करते हैं, क्या क्या करते हैं, लाड़ करते हैं और जिद करते हैं. नहीं होना ये चाहिए, मैं नहीं जाता ऐसे, देना है आपको. तो सवाल आपसे मेरा ये है कि आपको अगर अल्लाह से मोहब्बत है तो आपने अल्लाह से कभी लाड़ किया? आपको अगर अल्लाह से मोहब्बत है तो अल्लाह से आपने कभी जिद की? क्यों नहीं किया? सोचो कभी. We are dead inside. Now I don't know the English for lad and zid, Allah alam what it is. Think. If you love Allah, then act like it. Act like it. Get close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Show your love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Show your affection for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Show Allah how you love Him. Show Allah how you love Him. And when you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, don't take no for an answer. Allah does not give no for an answer. Allah never says no. Allah never says no. Allah always gives. Because Allah said, Ud'uni astajib lakum. Allah said, ask me and I will give you. Allah did not say, ask me and I will say no. Did Allah say that anywhere? Find me the ayat of the Quran. Did Allah say, ask me, I will say no? Ask me and I will refuse? No. Allah says, ask me and I will give you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala advised his Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, do not send away the sa'il. In Surah Al-Dawah, وَأَمَّا السَّائِلَ فَلَا تَنْهَرْ. And with the sa'il, with the one who is asking you, with the one who's asking is what? Asking a question. Asking is what? Asking for something. A sa'il is anyone who asks for anything. And what is the advice that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving his Nabi? He's saying, oh my Nabi, oh Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, وَأَمَّا السَّائِلَ فَلَا تَنْهَرْ. When the man comes to ask you, when the sa'il comes, don't reject him, don't send him away. Don't let him go away empty-handed. Now ask yourself this question. The one who is advising his Nabi, don't send away a sa'il. Do you think he will send away a sa'il? नबी को अल्लाह तबारक व तआला ने नबी को ताकीद की कि अगर कोई मांगने वाला है तो झिड़किए मत, वापस मत कर दीजिए, लौटाइए मत. तो आप क्या समझते हैं, अल्लाह लौटा देगा? नबी को तो एक ताकीद किया और आप उसका उल्टा करेगा. ताकीद सिर्फ नबी के लिए है, खुद के लिए नहीं है. अल्लाह ने तो कहा, मैं पूछा, मांगो मैं दूंगा. उदूनी यस्तजिब लकुम. मुझे आयत बताइए कि अल्लाह ने कहा कि मांगो मैं नहीं दूंगा, मांगो मैं तुम्हें भगा दूंगा, मांगो मैं बंद कर दूंगा दरवाजा. कहा अल्लाह ताला ने? अरे मांगने नहीं आता तो कौन क्या करेगा, लेना नहीं आता तो कौन क्या करेगा. लेना सीखो अल्लाह से, मांगना सीखो अल्लाह से. Forget all these shortcuts and so on and so forth. Forget all this stuff we have taken in the name of Dawah. We have taken stuff from Christian evangelical methodology, and we have taken stuff from corporate motivational speaking and motivational training methodology, and we have applied it mindlessly and brainlessly into the Dawah of Islam. And that's why we don't succeed. That is why we don't succeed. If you can't take from Allah, you cannot teach anyone else to take from Allah. How can you teach someone else to take from Allah when you have no idea how to take from Allah yourself? So learn that. Learn that. Connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Light yourself up. Then Allah will send people to you. A lamp does not do anything to the room to light up the room. A lamp is just itself. It just expresses itself. It just lives by its own method. And the room lights up by itself.